getting a flagrant foul assessed to her, which show that what happened here. I mean, if you look at the still frame, it looks horrible, but if you watch it in real time, it kind of looked like it happened accidentally. What do you think about this?
Well, you can understand how maybe the refs overlooked it and didn't see the foul as it happened. It thought just what you thought. But then when you slow it down, it's really hard to ignore. Look, Caitlin Clark is just an unprecedented, as her coach called her, a generational star. She's hitting threes. She's dishing the ball. She's scoring every single night.
It is officially over. The WNBA has just crossed a line that they can never walk back from. As we speak, the entire league is collapsing in real time. Viewership ratings have literally hit rock bottom, and the identities of all 34 WNBA referees have just been leaked online following what fans are calling a coordinated on-court assault on Caitlin Clark. The fans are done. The sponsors are pulling out, and just hours ago, Stephen A. Smith went completely nuclear on national television, exposing a dark truth the league tried desperately to hide. But the biggest shockwave is a devastating three-word final message from Caitlin Clark herself that has sent the WNBA commissioner into absolute panic mode. She is officially done. How did a single basketball game turn into a national security leak for sports officials who authorized the targeting of the biggest star in women's basketball history? Stick around because we are breaking down the leaked referee list, Stephen A's career-ending rant, and the exact moment the WNBA died. It all started when the whistle went silent. For months, fans noticed that Caitlin Clark was getting hit, pushed, and targeted on the court with zero protection from the officials. But during last night's game, it reached a breaking point. A brutal uncalled foul left Clark limping, sparking outrage across the stadium.
But I've often used the line, Shay, that I'll share with you because I don't know if I've ever used it while you've been on the air with me. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. I've said that many, many times over the years. There is a flagrant level of resentment that exists when it comes to Caitlin Clark, and it has existed since she has arrived in the league. She is the cash cow. Just recently, a couple of days ago, I think, we saw her and another player, I think it was Elisa Boston or whatever, we saw them be the top two vote getters for the WNBA All-Star game so far. Every time you turn around, there seems to be something.
But what happened next shocked the sports world. Within 2 hours of the game ending, an anonymous group leaked the full identities, personal records, and alleged internal communications of all 34 active WNBA referees online. The internet went into a frenzy. Fans started tracking every single bad call made by these specific refs against Caitlin Clark over the entire season. The evidence was damning. This wasn't just bad refereeing. The leaked data allegedly suggested a systematic bias. It looked like a coordinated effort to humble the rookie, regardless of the physical cost. The backlash was immediate, severe, and unstoppable. While the internet was digging through the leaks, Stephen A. Smith took to the microphone, and let's just say he did not hold back. He didn't just criticize the refs. He went straight for the throat of the entire WNBA establishment.
To speak on the issue because they see more of it than I do, but with what I've seen, you are able to say 1 + 1 = 2. And there's been a level of resentment that has existed where I believe there's been a failure on the part of some people to appreciate the mantra of a rising tide lifts all boats. Ride this cash cow till the wheels come off. They did it in the NBA with Magic Johnson. They did it ultimately with Michael Jordan. You know, that's how you do this. You find somebody that just galvanizes folks and ingratiates themselves with the public at large in such a way where everywhere they go and whatever they do, everybody wants to watch. You don't resent that. You feed off of it to build your own. And I think that WNBA as a whole, that women's basketball as a whole, and some, not most, not all, but some WNBA players need to appreciate that and gravitate to that and grab hold of that and ride that wave to your own ascension as opposed to resenting it and showcasing it the second you get an opportunity to whenever Caitlin Clark is in your vicinity. That would be my advice. That's all I could say about that.
I didn't love that this happened not once but twice yesterday where there was basically a no call. I thought Stephanie White did the right thing. She should have gone off. She needs to protect her superstar. That's her right. Completely.
Absolutely.
I also do think the league should probably review this. I don't have information on if they have started that process or not, but I think that maybe would be a good call.
It is a subversion of justice. You have a generational talent, a woman who single-handedly brought millions of dollars in eyeballs to your league, and you treat her like a target. Those officials should not only be suspended, they need to be investigated. You are destroying your own product out of pure jealousy. Stephen A. exposed what everyone was thinking. The WNBA was letting its own referees protect a toxic culture instead of protecting its biggest asset. He warned that if the league didn't act within 24 hours, the damage would be completely irreversible. Turns out he was completely irreversible. Turns out he was completely right. The moment the referee identities leaked, the fans took action. A massive nationwide boycott was launched across Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit. Millions of fans swore never to tune in to another WNBA game until the league issued a formal apology and fired the officials involved.
We'll see how everything turned out for him, but this is not good when it comes to the referee's identity. Because I don't believe they had a script written for him. He was talking. This is how he felt for real.
All right, ladies, your thoughts just as the league continues to work through what many perceive as consistency issues, especially when it comes to games being officiated, Lisa.
Well, officiating is tough. I don't know if anybody's ever even tried to officiate. It's not the easiest game. It's one of the most thankless jobs you can do. But in this particular situation, I thought that the last official should have been able to catch that. I was actually watching this game and I was like, oh, wow, that was a bit much. So in that moment, I thought that the official missed the call. I'm not surprised that the league went back and fined Alyssa Thomas. But I think at the same time, it's tough to think that official would have missed that they didn't have a replay on it. That was tough to me. And I think overall, the league's got to do better. The officials have got to do better, but also players. Players have to clean it up. We used to play in a way that you protected one another. Yeah, I want to play physical. I want to play hard, but I'm not out here trying to hurt you. If I was out there for a loose ball and it was Renee down there, yeah, I'm going for the ball. But if I accidentally punched Renee or hit her in some kind of way, maybe the play goes on, but I help her up. I help her up. You know what I mean? Just out of the like, dang, my bad. You know, so I think that part is important too, the reaction. Maybe if Alyssa Thomas would have even turned like, dang, my bad, I didn't mean to hit you like that. It's a different thing, but that's not what happened. And so I think that the league got it right. But I think overall, Coach Tibbetts is correct. Everything, consistency is important. It needs to be cleaned up for all players, regardless of what their accolades are. None of that part matters. It matters about protecting these players, no matter which team, which position, when they sub in, the start of the game to the end of the game. Every player deserves the same type of protection.
And the numbers do not lie. The viewership ratings for the subsequent games didn't just dip, they completely crashed. Networks were reportedly seeing numbers close to zero in major demographics. Advertisers who spent millions to get a piece of the Caitlin Clark effect are now frantically calling the commissioner's office, threatening to pull their money out entirely. The league is facing a financial catastrophe that could set women's sports back by decades. But the final nail in the coffin came from Caitlin Clark herself. Known for always staying quiet, keeping her head down, and playing through the pain, she finally reached her limit. Following the game, a close source leaked her final message to the league office and to her inner circle. She reportedly stated, "Clear as day, I am officially done."
To the throat, ruled out for Saturday. And Stephanie White did confirm that, by the way. And she's made several comments. It makes you want to puke throughout, but we're going to listen to them nonetheless. Let's go. Let's go here. Right here.
I guess just first off, how is Caitlin after Wednesday? Do you have the update?
Yeah, she's okay. She's gonna be out on Saturday, but she's doing all right.
Do you have any indication right now of how long she will be out?
No indication. Obviously, it's a good time because we have all week next week, so we'll take this opportunity just to get her treatment, get her healthy, get her back on the floor, and see what happens. I mean, you know, it's the same thing. Long-term health and wellness is the most important thing.
This precautionary, like, is there any chance she could have played tomorrow? Was there pain? How would you describe the decision?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, again, we want her to be healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally, all the things. And, you know, I think it's important to remember, again, when you've gone through injury and the traumatic aspect of injury, especially that she had last year, it's ups and downs, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, and making sure that she's 100% ready to go is the most important thing. And her taking care of that is priority for us.
I got to tell you, we are dangerously close to this league getting boycotted. That's where we're at. I saw rumblings of a boycott yesterday of a legit Caitlin Clark fan base across the board not watching the Indiana Fever tomorrow night. Not watching it. Just to send a message to the league and into the Indiana Fever because, Kelly Krauskopf, the team president, came out and celebrated the one-game suspension and thanked the WNBA. Kelly Krauskopf, you're a coward. All right? So's Amber Cox. So's Stephanie White. At what point are y'all going to get angry and be like, one game is a fucking joke? A one-game suspension is a joke. Alyssa Thomas should be suspended a minute. The appropriate response was anything between 10 games and the end of the season. Just get the bleep out of here. We don't need you. What in the big course of WNBA history and in Business 101, what is Alyssa Thomas to anybody? Nothing. Pond scum. But once again, you got this incestuous intertwining, leg scissoring amongst members of the league. I mean, hell, Stephanie White's her old coach, for Christ's sakes. Everywhere Caitlin Clark turns, it's agenda in her face continuously. This is Stephanie White on her having coached Alyssa Thomas previously.
Steph, having coached 18 before, were you surprised by the incident?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I didn't see it in real time. And so when I went back to see it, I was surprised. I was more surprised that it wasn't seen by the officials in real time.
A 41-38 Fever advantage, Clark.
She is done playing under these conditions, done being a punching bag while the people in charge sit back and watch. If the league won't protect her, she has no reason to risk her career, her health, and her future for them. Rumors are already swirling that she might sit out the rest of the season or explore international options where player safety is actually enforced. Without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA loses everything. The ratings, the sold-out arenas, the charter flights, it all disappears. The league thought they could handle the hype, but by letting this jealousy run rampant among players and officials, they might have just destroyed their only chance at mainstream survival. But what do you think? Did the referees go too far? And should the commissioner step down immediately? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because the comment section is already exploding. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the latest breaking sports updates. We will see you in the next one.